Good morning, everybody. Drones and coffee, very early morning edition, the sleepyhead morning edition. Everybody got bad weather. Chris Hope messaged me a little bit earlier and said that he wasn't going up, and Scotty is not going up. I'm not sure, Rodney, I guess also. So, hi, welcome in. Send a few links out if you'd love to join us. Let me see if I can put this link in the chat, and will not stay but a few seconds. You know what happened last Sunday? We had some jackass that had to, be a smart dude on the stream there. It's my fault. I let him in. But hey, Trucker Steve, Steve Genesis, Paramount Views, welcome in. Maple Syrup guy, everybody's saying now here. Bob Casey, what's up, Bob? How you doing this morning? Cool Cat, Jack Rabbit. Who else is in? Mr. Skyfire, Joel, good morning. Going back, I think that's all I see right now. Trucker Steve, where you at, Trucker Steve? How's everybody doing? I know, sometimes the weather doesn't cooperate. Seems like, Chris, as long as we've been doing this now, I think Chris said that's the third week in a row, which I don't know if he's ever had 3 weeks. First time that he said it's happened. So, weather's okay. Stevie in Kansas City. All right. Mr. Joe Leone plays there, Kansas City. Now, I texted Joe yesterday before the race, the Kentucky Derby. I said, hey, you got to bet on Sierra Leone. And, man, I tell you what, got beat by a nose. What a great race that was. Of course, the jockey being from Louisiana, from Lafayette, Louisiana, Brian Hernandez. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. I did bet on that horse to come in second over didn't box him. So, Paul Murray, what's up, Paul? Got you up bright and early. Made a fun race yesterday. What's everybody doing? How's the weather where you at? Are you getting flying done? Trucker Steve, what's up?
What's going on, Johnny?
How you doing, brother?
Hanging in there, man. It's been some
a
rough
while.
days.
So you're in Kansas City?
Yeah, I'm on the Kansas side, not the Missouri side.
Gotcha.
How you doing? I'll be down in Louisiana probably in a couple days. Yeah.
Oh, really? Where you gonna be at?
I'm gonna be there's New Orleans. I gotta drop the truck back off. So I had some issues and I'm getting out of the business. It's just been bad.
Not too far, about I don't know, 35, 40 miles north of New Orleans.
Yeah, you're in Hammond. I was in Hammond. I drove through Hammond a couple weeks ago. I was out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was on my way to California. I had to deliver some stuff to a new cruise ship. So that was fun.
Hammond sits at the corner of 12 and 55. Kind of, so like right there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know. Yeah, because there's a truck stop out that way.
Oh yeah, a couple of them.
Yeah, but
Philip, wake up.
Hopefully the weather's not that bad. Good morning,
Steve. What's that, Steve?
I said, hopefully the weather's not that bad because it's been brutal the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, I tell you what, Michael Blade, welcome in. I tell you, we talk about, of course, I don't like to say the H word because that season's coming up, but man, for those guys fighting the tornadoes and of course the rains in Texas, and it's I don't know what's going on. I guess it's been going on a long time, but I guess there's just so many. The areas are so populated now, and rains mean different than they did years ago. And coastal places of flooding, and I tell you, insurance is across the deep south is. I'm out of real estate now, but it's stopping some sales. I know that, and it's not going to get any better. So where we headed, don't know.
Look what Florida's going through with insurance down there because of the hurricane.
Yeah,
they have down there.
Yeah, well, everywhere. It's like in here. I mean, a little house that you bought a house here. I don't know, a couple of years ago that was in the maybe low 200s or somewhere in that starter type home. You had insurance that was $700-800. Now those same policies are near two or maybe 2,200.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so it's starting to stop some sales.
Well, I'm from the Northeast, so you know how insurance is expensive up there.
Yeah.
We just had it's up
Morning.
we just had a bridge catch on fire. Well, they had an accident a couple days ago up there in 95, and a tanker truck got hit. A car cut off two trucks, and the tanker truck caught on fire, and the guy drove just to get on the side of the highway. Well, he stopped underneath the bridge. If he drove another 30 feet, it would have never happened, but they had to shut the highway down and tear the bridge down. So,
What's up, John?
Good morning.
It's always under bridges when
Always.
something like that happens.
well,
At least this time,
like the
it
third
wasn't
one in
the bridge
Connecticut.
wasn't on 95.
It was on 95 in Norwalk. What a bad area, because you really can't get around it too well if you're a trucker. I mean, you can, but that area is just very populated now with traffic. It's just out of control, and they're already doing construction just north of that where the lanes are narrower as it is. But it's more people driving, more, in Connecticut, there's no real estate to make the highway wider, but it's out of control. So,
John Flynn. What's up, John Flynn?
Not much. Just got some batteries charged, and I'm hoping the sun's going to come out today so I can get some flying in here.
Man, I know everybody. I didn't know. Was Rodney originally flying today, or he was not?
I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't see, but I know Chris messaged me this morning. Said that I know they was having some bad weather, and
I think
Scott's thing was his thumbnail was up, so I thought he was live.
Right.
Danny Buchaser, welcome in. Chris Hope, I sent you a link, Chris, if you want to hop in. Let's put your pants on. We don't want to be like John Flynn's friend last week. Man, I tell you what, those guys, man, I tell you what, and it's my fault. I just saw somebody pop in the back room and kind of snapped them on without even really looking,
Well, if you let me on the live stream, I guess, that says a lot right there. You let anybody.
No, man, we have fun on Sunday mornings. A little early today, but hey, that's all right. Hey, I like getting up early. I was up. Chris messaged me, and we had I went out to eat. My neighbor who fell a couple times through the last 6 months. Him and his wife, they're both retired doctors. They wanted to take us out because he fell one time real bad about 6 months ago, and we helped him. And I tell you, so he took us all out to eat. So we had a good time last night.
Nice.
Charles Hatmaker, welcome in. Hadn't seen Charles in a while.
Yeah, I haven't seen Charles. Hope he's doing all right.
Yeah, welcome in.
Yeah, I haven't flown in a while because of everywhere I've been, the weather's been brutal, windy. But today's gorgeous. But I since I'm going to be flying back to the Northeast, I left my everything back home. So hopefully when I get back home, I could meet up with some people, and I know I'll be meeting Captain Ray one of these days. I know he's back up in I guess in New York now. So
he is back, yeah. Hot Rod's been flying.
Yeah. Actually, I'm working on something here.
What you working on there? Hot Rod? You checking your bank account this morning, or?
No. As bad as the stock market's been lately? No.
Hey, get you some. Look, hey, get you some of these. Here you go. Look, I got some silver bullion right here. Just get you some silver.
You can't buy gold. The Chinese have been buying it all.
I've been stacking silver for this. Look, I'm in brand new tube.
Actually, silver's a good idea.
Wow.
Yeah.
don't get anybody any ideas, Johnny. Then it's gonna go. The rates are gonna go down.
Huh?
I said, don't tell anybody your ideas because then the rates will go down. That's how
Yeah,
it is.
you tell them, man. Look,
That's what I have.
Yeah, there you
Anyways.
go. You could collect them, bring them to the casino.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. We'll give them a form.
Open the black ones up.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, bring that to the casino.
So there you go, Johnny. I shared a picture. That was my sunrise this morning.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Oh, that's beautiful.
That's very nice.
That's a
Nice.
that's a manual panoramic. You can see the 3 little sun flare dots from it. But
Yeah, but look at the sun though. It looks like there's like a lightning bolt coming out of it on the side.
Mhm.
yeah, a little bit. I've got some other pictures that kind of show the rays a
That's
little.
a solar flare.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was us this morning. So it looked nice.
It's telling people in Florida, watch out, it's gonna get hot.
Did I click?
It's coming.
Hot rod.
Where did Hot Rod go? He just
I don't know. I think I clicked. I meant to click. I guess I clicked the picture off, and I didn't realize.
you were tired of him already, Johnny?
It's early in the morning.
He showed a sunrise. Everybody's jealous. So he's
Hot rod, come back.
There he is.
I was trying to click the picture off.
Wrong button. I know who clicked the wrong button.
Yeah. Well, it's my first
Johnny,
day.
did you have your coffee yet, Johnny?
It's my first day live streaming. First time I ever live stream.
Jeez, I've been up since 3:30 just because I had to drive a few hours or about a half an hour to get here. So, but
Mr.
it's
Phillip,
actually
what you got going
beautiful
on?
out
Phillip?
here.
What have I got going on?
Yeah, what you got going on over there?
A lot of stuff. We're working around the house today and carrying the dogs to the park and we bought about $200 worth of plants yesterday.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
So yeah, I'm gonna be doing some digging today.
Yeah, well, hey, that's a good day, Sunday. Lance Cadena, welcome in. Lance has been flying out of Avada too. I know.
Anybody besides Billy broke it?
The what?
Anybody besides Billy broke it yet?
Not that I saw really. Billy, yeah, well, Billy, he went a little bit over the top on breaking it, but
I'm not sure that I would really say that that's true. Considering how many sort of fence posts that I've run into where you have like the garden fence, those little green posts. I've hit those things quite a few times, and what he hit wasn't really probably much different than one of those fence posts.
no, but I think Lon said that Billy said he crashed it a few times before that, so it could have been a weak point, But
Sure.
hey, he, hey, he's got to test Care Refresh too. You test a new drone, but hey, let's test the Care Refresh too, see how it works.
That's right.
So he picked another one up on the way home. So he's
That's what I do too. If I crashed, I'd just pick up another one on the way home, and then I wouldn't go home. I would just keep going.
yeah. No, but you know what? It is fun, but it does seem. I say it's hard to tell if it's built. I mean, I don't know if you say it's built worse or is it built better. I mean, I'm like, hey, Rod, if you hit you hit a curb. I know I hit the little curb at, when I think Brian Mackey was trying to do that little low flying thing when they first came out, or when we all first got it. I mean, I know I hit the cement curb on the parking lot pretty good, and I mean, it didn't hurt anything. I could tell.
That's the only time I broke the prop guards on mine when it fell out of a tree. So I got stuck in the tree.
Yeah.
And then the wind blew it and it fell straight down, full weight, face first into the parking lot. That was the only time they ever broke the prop guard. I changed it and then bought 2 more spares, which are still sitting in my closet because I've never broke it again.
I see. This is the first Care Refresh I purchased from DJI because it looks so much more fragile. Yeah, well,
It's a pretty good deal too.
Yeah, it's a great deal. What, $29? I think it is.
Yeah.
I'll just say I trust Mads Tech, who's a pretty damn good engineer and takes all this stuff apart. when he says, "Yeah, I'm a little worried about it." So
Yeah. Listen,
that's not to say that it's like super fragile. It's just not as tough as the last one.
If they made it through the original DJI FPV, DJI, because those things definitely couldn't take a crash. So they'll make it through the Avata. That's for sure.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
It's not in their interest to make it breakable. They spend too much on carrier refresh, right? Fixing too many of them. So it's not exactly. It's not like they designed it to be breakable. So
hey, let me make sure this guy is the real guy because I don't want him to. Well, I don't want him taking his shirt off anyway.
Hey, Hyrod, what is the Avata? Just more.
Oh, he's real.
Oh, no.
say again.
Hyrod, is the Avata is it more flimsy? Is it like just not like a harder?
So the plastic is a little thinner. It's not quite the same kind of plastic. And
Ray Kelly.
some of the shapes, there's a couple of there's a few thin spots, thin corners, where
Right.
depending on how you hit something that you might sort of break the corner. If you take that Avata 2 and flip it over and look at it on the bottom side, you'll kind of see what Magtech pointed out. That
I
there's
think it's
a few corners that look a little thin.
it's a
Yeah,
little wider, so it
Mhm.
feels like that it's a little weaker because it's wider, but the battery in
Yep.
it feels so much better, because the other one was so compact and tight with the battery was on top of it basically, and it made it feel like a brick. I
Right.
think this one wouldn't hit as hard, but are those ducks a little bit? Seems to me they're a little bit bigger, and
So
maybe
since
support, yeah.
since Billy tossed the batteries out, when's Dobo going to 3D print a battery holder for the Avata 2 now?
Yeah, I don't really
Figure
see
that one out.
I don't see that battery popping out too much though. I really don't.
Is in the battery lighter?
What's that?
In the battery lighter than the one?
Yeah, it's lighter. It's smaller. It's bigger, but it's
Got more power too.
Longer lasting.
Yeah, the Lance says it does seem like it'd be a little harder to fix yourself. Battery is better for sure. I think it's more. If you hold a Avata, if you walk around with it in your hand, you almost got to walk around with it upside down. Like
Right.
let the battery sit in your hand for it to be balanced. Where this one, it
Mhm.
can't in your hand pretty. It feels pretty balanced in your hand. So now this guy right here, Captain Joe, now he's been hitting a few trees.
Well, I've been nicking things, not hitting hard. but don't let Johnny fool you. He hits fence posts.
No, that was with the original Avata.
Yeah.
That fence post just stuck right out in front of that drone. That's what's bad.
They're like
I
trees.
think the wind blew the gate.
It's
Yeah.
still a Cinewhoop, and the wind will at the last second a little gust and put you sideways and tick something as you're going by it. So
Yeah.
happens a lot with that drone.
I would think most people agree. If you put the dot where you wanted the drone to go, but put it there early, don't try to line it up the last few seconds because it'll definitely it's just like Bill Ronayne right now, hit that crane. It seems like he was fine right to the last second, just drifted to the left a little bit,
So my answer to that is, and I do it flying mine. You got to do a little Kentucky windage. You actually don't want to put the dot early. I kind of figure out which way the wind is blowing, and so I'll put the dot sort of on the side where I know which way. If you know which way the drone is going to drift, I sort of put the dot to the right so it's sort of into the wind, and then I bring it back as I get almost on top of the target, and then I'll end up going through the center.
Yeah, and
every time doing
I
it
guess
that
you
way.
got to keep full speed too. A lot of times you
Mhm.
try to slow up just a hair. That's when you'll get that little bit of drift.
That's when you're inviting the wind to go, here, take my drone.
Yeah.
When you slow down.
Yeah.
Buckeye. Oh, what's Rick is asking? Buckeye drones. What happened? Scott. I don't know. Scott said he had some bad weather. So.
Mm.
No, but the Avata 2 is very interesting. It is. I mean, the wind definitely. You got the wind warnings with the original Avata, so it's really nothing new. I know people saying, well,
It's
it
a
don't
center.
fly
It's
good.
a center whoop.
Yeah, it's a center whoop. It's not going to be maybe because it's a little stronger. Yeah, the motors, but you're still going to get. You go up, especially if you go up, you'll get the wind warnings. Keep it low, you might not get the
God,
wind.
yeah.
So
That drone's not
I
meant to
was
be
getting
flown
wind-
over 20 feet.
Yeah, I went down to Chapunka River just to look, and they were having a poker run. They had all the big, long racing cigar boats coming in. So I went out by the point, and they were flying. So I went out there with the Avata 2. It was like 14, 18 mile an hour winds, and I was getting high wind warnings the whole time.
yeah,
But
that was
it
yesterday
handled
morning, Joe.
Excuse me?
That was yesterday morning.
Yeah, that was yesterday. I had no idea it was happening. I was just driving that way, and when I went over the bridge, I saw all the boats in there. I said, "Oh," and then I found out from a guy, yeah, they're having a poker run. So I went down to the, like I said, by the lighthouse area, and they had a police boat sitting down there to make sure they were calming down when they were coming in. And they you know how they got that channel where they got to come in?
Yeah.
Yeah, one guy coming straight across. He was flying straight across. Police went after him.
They
It was
got
real low, shallow in that area.
I know they the daiquiri place right up the road here. They must have had. They was how they carry them on the side. They're so big, so it's like man,
Yeah.
I don't know what they were doing. It was kind of like having a boat show in the parking lot. But
Yeah.
Troy, what's up? Big water.
They had a lot of bikinis out there.
Well, where's those pictures? You should have used the 20 times zoom on that.
The video's going up today.
That's in a secret file, Johnny.
Yeah. I see that. Hey, he puts the boats on bikini pictures for herself.
He doesn't want to get a copyright infringement.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about that. Put it up. It comes on at 7:45 this morning or 7:30.
No, but Nevada is fun, and it's definitely. I mean, the stuff that we kind of all wanted, or at least talked about. The better, a little battery being different, the camera being better, the sound is the biggest thing, and the sound is just definitely, half about half of what it was.
Right.
No, I think I agree with a couple of people. The biggest improvement by far is where the USB port is
Yeah.
this time. Sound is probably second, but that USB port, oh my
Yeah,
god,
USB
so
port's
much
pretty good.
better.
Where's the SD card go on this one?
Just kind of on the side. You don't have to mess around with
You
the
don't have
prop.
to. Yeah.
Yeah, it's wide open on this one.
The camera's a lot better though too. I mean, that's number 3 or
Let's see here.
So my
Test
view-
flights around the house. Rocksteady versus Gyroflow. The Rocksteady seems to be better than I remember. Thoughts?
I haven't checked, compared it to Gyroflow.
Isn't it Rocksteady 3.0 on this one?
Rocksteady 3, I think they said.
Yeah, it's an upgraded Rocksteady.
Yeah, the Avata 2, the original Avata had Rocksteady 2, whatever.
2, yeah.
Hey, I have a question. What you guys say the Avata gives you a lot of wind warning. How fast or like mile per hour the wind does it give you? Like, is it a certain like 15 miles an hour? Or because I never had it on my Air 3.
I want to say it varies because I was flying a real estate property about a week ago,
Eddie
and
Nunez.
it was 14 to 34.
Yeah.
And
Oh, wow.
I was flying the Avata around the trees, and it's the first video I got on it. It says flying for fun around the property house or something like that, a country property. And I was flying, and when you're coming up to the trees, those trees are doing this, and that wind was gusting, and that sucker never gave me a wind warning, and it handled perfect. I don't know what the difference is.
It depends when you get,
I
because
think it's when you're in the open.
Yeah, when you're in the open and you get up probably,
Yeah.
I don't know if you go up 75, 80, 90 feet or whatever, where most of the time you're flying probably under 30, 40 feet, you don't really get the wind warning as much. But the minute you get up there, it'll give you some wind warnings. Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause I
You'll
was-
know when you're gonna get it before it ever gives you the warning, because your
Oh, yeah.
head will be like this looking at the
Yeah,
video.
that's tilting on it.
Oh, okay.
That's true.
In
That's your early warning,
the goggles, your head's gonna be like this looking at the video. Yep, it's kind of windy.
Yeah, because when I was in Florida with Captain Ray and TJ and who else was there? But we had pretty bad winds, and I knew my drone coming back. The Air 3 coming back to us. It was going out fast, but coming back because the wind was blowing in from the ocean. I had a little tough time, coming back, but it didn't give me a wind warning, which I was pretty shocked about.
Yeah, in the spring down here, it gets breezy. Well, breezy for Florida. I kind of
Well, I
laugh.
mean, every
It's breezy
I mean,
in
every-
Florida is a normal day in Fargo, North Dakota.
Well, yeah. I mean, I flew it out in Wyoming with nasty wind too, but sometimes I like to just watch where my drone is hovering, and you could just see it dance in the wind. It's actually pretty cool. That's what I like. But yeah, I was just wondering because I never had a wind warning on my Air 3.
Yeah, well, especially the Air 3, Mavic 3, and all of those drones, I tell you what, they can take the wind. I mean, probably 25 mile an hour, or even it might be 30 mile an hour before you even get a wind warning. That's if you go high enough. So,
Right.
Yeah, I had the Mac 3. Like I said, my friend that's a real estate agent. He was saying his son bought him a drone, and I said, what kind? He goes, it's a holy something. And I was thinking, oh Lord, like that.
Holy
I said, holy Jesus, like this. So he said, but he came out. He was out there when I was flying the Prophet, and he brought his, and he said, you can have any problems with the wind? And I had the Mavic 3 with me, and like I said, the winds were 14 to 34. And I let it hover around 21 feet. And he said, it's not even moving. I said, no. And he said, but it's blowing high. But he said, what happens if you go higher with it? I ran it up to 400 feet and we're watching it. It didn't even look like it was moving. It was like, and he put his up and started drifting all over the place. And he says, man, I don't know about this. I said, yeah, a good place for it is that garbage can over there.
Yeah, I had my Evo 2.
Hit something.
I was gonna say I had that one video with my Evo 2 Pro up with tropical storm force winds. It was mid 30s steady with gusts into the 40s with that thing it was bouncing, but the video was just rock solid steady with that drone.
yeah.
That drone don't care about the wind. As heavy as it is, it don't care.
Right.
Yep. Last day after the meetup, I was leaving out and the winds were high, and I about 27 miles, gusting about 30. And I said, well, I'll try it. And I was right down there at the Jensen Beach at the overpass area, and I got it probably about 50 feet up in the air, and it started going all over the place. I said, no, I'd much rather just bring this thing back down and carry it back home with me instead of it flying home.
Yeah, if you're near a bridge like that there where the drone meetup is, the winds could do some funky things. If you're low enough, the bridge might be covering you, so you're not hitting as much wind, and then all of a sudden, 2 feet in altitude difference, and you get 30 mile an hour winds.
John, did you recognize a big difference in transmission signal though, or
I mean, I don't. To be honest, John, I don't fly mine. I haven't yet flown like in any bandos or anything like that, and I don't know. I haven't really seen a big, huge difference.
Yeah, for me, where I fly here, and it's not probably a good scenario with the Wi-Fi and stuff, but I mean, the exact same spots, I was getting the same kind of transmission range and warnings I get with the Avata 2. So, now, Joe and I know at the soccer field, we went out pretty far. I know we went toward that traffic circle, which was probably, but I guess it depends on, your environment.
But that's kind of the point that I've been telling you from an 03, 04. DJI is still stuck on the bandwidth or the power output that they can put. It's not like they can crank the power up any higher, and the extra antennas and extra receivers aren't really going to do you a damn bit of good in a high interference kind of area. It might help a little bit, maybe the one advantage that drone has is it has that 5.2, so that it can get into the middle and sort of the less congested kind of area. So that would be helpful. But if it's a normal interference kind of thing, there's probably zero difference between 3 and 4.
I would agree with that, especially where I'm at. Now I know Joe and I and Rod, I guess about this. I mean, the minute we fire up, even both Avatas, we get that little signal loss, which you never got before with the original Avata.
Really?
Yeah, I was flying. Johnny fired up, and I got pixelation, and they came right back. It was like right back. Then I'm way out by the river, coming around through a bayou, and he was landing, and as he's landing and turned off, it pixelated again.
So the difference, and this is the worry that the FPV guys are worried about with this new system. It's got those wider bands, right? The 60 megahertz. Yeah. That means it's going to be a lot.
You're in charge.
It's going to be a lot more likely to step on the bands beside it and cause interference. That's especially with the FPV drones. It's going to cause a lot of interference, worse than the original.
Do you guys have a lot of interference down at the South Florida drone meet down there at the Jensen? Because last year we had a lot of interference flying out towards the bridge.
I didn't fly down that way. I got my drone up to shoot some sunrise. I had the Light Plus and the Mavic 3 Pro up. But I intentionally didn't go down that way on the bridge, knowing the problem that we had the year before.
Yeah.
In Florida, and Florida's weird, and I'm sure it is over there in Louisiana too, because of the hurricane standards. You get on the other side of a house, there's so much freaking rebar and block in these houses that they built that you got to be high. Otherwise, if you're shooting through a house to wherever your drone is, interference is going to be pretty high. Just because
Mela, welcome in. Mela got her.
I haven't seen that down there, Mela.
The stores here in Florida, if they don't have a repeater inside the store, once you walk in about 10 feet, your cell phone's gone. It's literally just gone because of the metal that's in the metal in the block that they use because of the Andrew standards that they put in place in 2002. So it's quite real. I could go put the drone on the other side of a house and there goes the signal.
Yeah.
Well, even with 27 drones up in the air, I backed away from everybody. Number one, I wanted to get a good, nice little picture of everybody up in the air, but also I wanted to stay away from some people. Some were going up, and then they all of a sudden they go back down, and then they go back up again, and then they go back down, and I'm like, okay, I'm staying away from you.
Well, you just wanted to film the crash. That's what you were trying to get.
Yeah, yeah. I want that $100,000 off of America's Funniest.
Yeah. No, that was pretty interesting. That everybody just kind of went up pretty quick, and we really didn't. I know we had talking about it, but we really just kind of put it up, and it actually worked because the last we tried it somewhere else at the beach on that Sunday the year before, it had a couple drones bump, and Captain Ray.
Hey, Ray,
look,
Captain Ray.
Good morning, everybody.
Representing.
Ray,
how you all doing?
Ray, I'm glad you're here because Captain Joe was talking about you.
Was it good or bad?
Yeah, look, I'm representing.
Nice, very nice.
Came in yesterday, thank you.
Yeah,
Captain Ray must have been partying hard yesterday.
I'm telling you, boy, it was a Kentucky Derby. He had that big hat on.
Yeah, the hat. I know. But I almost won. I picked the number 2 horse.
Nice.
Hey, Captain Ray, I had the 2, 3, and 4 horse in the trifecta.
Oh, you did?
Wow.
Yeah, the 3 horse beat me out.
Wow.
Man,
okay.
I tell you what, man. I know it was exciting to watch old Brian Hernandez. He used to race here at the fairgrounds a lot. He won that race. He's from Lafayette, Louisiana. So, man, all his kids raced. His dad was a jockey. I tell you what, it was pretty emotional for those guys. Which
Yeah.
that was man. Those two horses were pushing. Actually, he actually shoved Reese over there with his left hand.
I saw
You
that.
saw that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course,
Yeah, I was waiting for an inquiry on
He
that.
dropped the
It
stick
would
too.
file claim, so the way it was, no files were claimed. So that was pretty interesting.
Yeah, he reached over there and I saw him pulling that horse. I saw that.
Yeah. Well, he was trying to push the horse away. I don't think he was,
He was getting him away from him.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause I grew up by the fairgrounds. We used to go from 8 years old to forever. I was at the racetrack with my parents almost every time we went. So it's like it came up, and I looked at the horses a couple of days ago, and I had the second, third, fourth, and fifth horse, and the seventh horse in a 5-way trifecta box. And when that 3 horse hit that rail, I said, "You got to be kidding me! Knock me out."
I
I had the
texted
next 4 horses.
Joe Leone. I said, "You better bet on Sierra Leone," and he
Yeah, right.
I
Yeah,
mean,
perfect.
just like that much.
He waited too long though. That jockey. He waited too long. He came
Yeah, they
from
waited too
quite a
long.
ways back.
There's 20 horses in the race. Got a lot to do with getting in position. Wow.
If they would have never come off the rail, that 3 horse would have
Oh,
never won.
I'm telling you,
Oh,
John,
look
you
at
got the
Special
life.
delivery.
Hey, Colleen, how you doing?
Special delivery.
Yeah, nice.
I
She's
like
not
that.
coming out.
Hey, she looks like a hand puppet. Oh, that's
Oh, there she is.
Oh, yeah.
That's all you're gonna get. She's shy.
Oh, Johnny, our secret spot is not so much a secret spot anymore.
Why?
Because when I pulled up there and I saw the boats coming and I backed in, and there was a guy standing on top of the pickup truck with binoculars. I said, "They're having a poker run?" He says, "Yeah." I get the drone out, put it down. He says, "Oh, you have one too?" And he has a Mini 3 Pro sitting there where he had been flying. The guy's name was Casey.
Should have just pulled your
Yeah,
eye.
I've never seen him before.
You should have asked for his Part 107 and scared him. Told him you can't fly there.
No, we got to talking and he said that he had a trust exam. He asked me, he said, "You got Part 107?" Because he saw my stickers on the thing. I said, "Yeah." I said, "I do because I do professional photography and I'm not playing with that fine line they got for inference or whatever."
Yeah, Nayla has my Avada. She hadn't put it up yet, but she does have it, and she's busy, but she's gonna get it flying before too long. Rodney's gonna help her out, I'm sure.
That's my relaxing drones
Avada.
from my FPVs.
Yeah. It's a little less intense, right? Yeah.
I just fly it with the motion controller. You still get the FPV experience. You just like cruise around and yeah, like I said, it's for my quiet, relaxing times when I don't want to have to work so hard flying.
Nice.
So, Rod, what you're saying, that's the Wimpy flyer, right?
Yes. Compared to a domain that can do 99.9 miles an hour or the Nazgul that can do the same, yeah, it's the Whippy drone.
Now, I tell you what, it is a different kind of flying. I know Joe and I, we had a great time the other day out underneath those oak trees and had a little water, had the little playground. And I mean, you can do with any kind of flying you want. If you want to get crazy, you can do that.
Yeah.
If you want to take it easy. And, I had a nice couple boats coming in, and we put the Air 3 up after and got some great pictures. But it's fun.
You go through logs and you go through the playground right there. There's a lot of places in that place.
Yeah, that's what's
I
fun
did-
about that is obstacles.
Michael
I did
Blade,
fly through that
good morning.
built
Angel, welcome in.
all that
Ronnie.
equipment,
Hey,
man.
Angel.
So where's Scotty at? Where's Scotty at? I mean,
He's lost in the boondocks.
I can't do the show without the shithead of the year. I mean,
Yeah.
where's he at? I mean, Rick's in here. I mean, Rick I was gonna present an award to Rick, but he's not in here.
It's got fly this morning.
No, he didn't.
No.
And Chris didn't fly. It was
I still want to see one of you two go through that tugboat, damn it. You got the Avada. You could sneak in through that thing and weave in and out of the wires. And
Rod, you remember I said I will not be peer pressured into manual.
Yeah.
Going through the tugboat.
No, same thing with the
He
tugboat.
just wants to see you lose it. That's what he wants to see.
Well, I almost did that one day. Well, I mean, I pulled up to it. I looked at it, And I said, Johnny, we got one wire coming down the middle, and we got two coming down each on the sides, two on each side. I said, but there's a big gap. I came back around and I started to go through it. And when I started to go through it, that thing tilted a little bit and said high wind warning. I said, hell no.
I think we could get in it, but getting out might be another problem.
That's the thing. I can get in it. I don't know. I'm getting out.
They've been
I
having
don't
some
know.
nice drone shots at the Francis Key Bridge in Baltimore. Somebody's been flying the drone out that way.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's through the federal government or, but it sounded like you need to have a 107 out there in order to fly and get clearance. I guess. Yeah.
I thought they had a TFR.
How about
Yeah, I thought they did too.
How about
What was that? I didn't hear you, Captain Joe.
Yes, I thought they put a TFR on it. They may have lifted it.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I know they got part of the port open. They got a little small channel open, but it looks like they're trying to get the boat out of there next week, I guess. But when they took some of that bridge off, you could see how bad that bow took of the bridge. I mean, of the ship. I mean, there's a big, huge hole in there. Like, holy crap!
they had some incredible shots of the Derby.
Oh, they did. Yeah. Even the sonar that they had out there was phenomenal. I mean, I don't know who. It's probably one of the government agencies that did it, but I mean, it was phenomenal.
It was the Army Corps. So
Okay.
Somebody had a live stream going too of
There's
that
a couple
whole.
of guys out there, Captain Ray. Yeah, I watch it once in a while. And then they have videos of where they're speeding it up, so you're not watching all the dead air and stuff, which is nice.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Randy said the TFR is still up.
There you go.
Johnny, we got a road trip coming up.
Who's that?
You and I are gonna have to have a road trip coming up.
Okay, where are we going?
We're going to Baton Rouge.
Baton Rouge.
Yeah, we got to go up there probably a week before Memorial Day and go to the state capitol because they put 10,000 flags out on that walkway.
Oh, that'd be nice.
That would be
And I've been watching WVUE doing their drone footage at the state capitol, and it's hurting my feelings every time I see it because I want to put mine up, and I want to get the Avata right over the flags, and then get aerial shots of it.
Yeah.
But it's
All
about
right,
200
gentlemen.
yards long, 10,000 flags in the walkway.
Sorry, Captain Joe. Hey guys, I'll talk to you later. I gotta go get my trailer. I'm empty, so nice
Hey,
talking
Steve.
to you guys.
Hey,
And,
Steve, good
stay
seeing you,
up,
Steve.
and I'll see you again.
All right. Thank you, Steve.
All right, have a good one.
Have a good one, Steve.
Thanks, Captain.
See you in June.
Yeah, maybe earlier. I'll keep you posted what's going on.
All right.
All right.
Trucker Steve. Trucking on.
Yeah, I'm supposed to get together with him and fly in June.
That's what he said.
Small tugboat there at Minefield, huh?
Yeah, tugboat in Minefield, yeah.
How you doing, Phil?
Doing good, sir. How we doing?
Good. I haven't seen you since the South Florida Drone meetup.
Tell me.
He been hiding out.
Keep it low profile.
Been a lot of things going on in the background. I can't go through everything, but been in a lot of things. So, but doing well. Just trying to fly as much as I can, and went to a buddy's house the other evening. We're going dinner and everything, and they got a lake right behind them, and I said, well, I'm going to go ahead and capture some stuff. Bessemer Airport's like 2.2 miles away. I can, it's class B. I can't remember. It's uncontrolled, and it wouldn't let me up. It wouldn't let me go up.
Geofence?
Yeah, it let me go up and down, but it wouldn't let me do anything else. And I got home and started studying up. I went into DJI and went into their site and went ahead and registered for the geofencing and all that stuff. I didn't do it with this new drone I had. So I learned my lesson really quick.
No, Lawrence. I'm sorry, that's
Hey,
Lawrence.
Lawrence, how you doing?
Lawrence.
Brad too.
Brad, welcome in. Yeah.
There's a spot.
Johnny, I was going to debut these on my show, but being that Captain Joe was here, look what he made me.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, look at that. Very, very cool. And then you put your sticker on the back. You know, I know he made some for you, Johnny. But I gotta say thank you to
Hey, he
Captain
sent
Joe.
me the file to make my own, so you got yours made.
And then, of course, he sent me one of his. You know, very nice, Captain Joe. Thank you.
Thank you. I got, like I said, I'm representing. I got the shirt on.
Where's the Captain Joe shirts at? Oh, I got to make them.
Yeah, there's a spot that kind of across the street from where Ken and Jerry and I flew when we got Jerry up in my Avata that I wanted to fly because they're building a new housing thing. And the freaking Avata would not take off, and it would not let me try to unlock the silly thing. And it's like, okay, I'm only a few hundred yards from where we were when we took off, and I could unlock it over there. They got to do like Europe. They need to take that freaking geofence crap and
I
throw it
agree.
away.
I agree.
Down here in Florida, that crap is an utter mess.
There's a new procedure too, right?
So, I mean, you can unlock. You can go online and do the unlock with their FlySafe site, but what a pain.
Hey,
That's
Philip,
what I ended up doing.
Philip, what's the dates for Minefield? Mela was asking.
I'll look it up. I'll tell you in a second.
She was.
I know it's late August.
It's his birthday, Ken's birthday, usually right around his birthday.
Yeah.
Let's see. Brad is saying, I know, man, I changed my body 2 batteries on Friday, flying this weekend, haven't been able to drizzle mostly yesterday. Joe, good morning. Okay.
I did get my ND
Hey,
filters
Joe.
for my Avata 2 yesterday.
Oh, did you really? From who,
Yeah.
John?
I just ordered them through Amazon.
Free will or?
Start RCs. I thought I'd try those out.
I got a set coming. I got the case. I got a soft case coming. Should be here next couple days.
Yeah,
But
hopefully.
soft case for the Avata, Johnny.
Yes, they call it a little travel. You know, it's a little travel case. They call it a little smaller.
Mm-hmm.
I think
It's
Joe,
Saturday, August 24th, and Sunday, the 25th.
okay, there you go, Mela. August 24th and 25th. So that is mine.
And he's asking if y'all are coming, if anybody's coming to log into the Minefield News site and register, so that way they'll know how many to expect.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
I wasn't even going to come on, Johnny. I got a bad cold.
So this is
How's Cheryl doing, Ray?
She's on the road to recovery, but she still has it. Yeah.
And she gave it to you.
Yeah. No doubt about it.
You probably got it at Bucky's, Captain Ray.
Yeah, Bucky's, you're right.
They have everything.
Yeah,
You got the Bucky call.
Yeah.
Lance, Lance, you know, the Avata 2 hard case, I wouldn't, well, I mean, here's the deal. If you end up ordering it without the case that doesn't hold the sticks, I think at the end, you're probably sorry because you're going to eventually end up with the sticks, or if you got the old sticks that work with the Avata 2 that will work, they say, you know, you end up having to carry that somewhere else. So I think it's just better to have it all in one place. That's just me. I know some people like to throw it in a bag. Some people like, the bag that it comes in. I know, a person that we saw flying it had the sticks in the same bag, so hey, it will fit. But
I've got a hard case for Nevada, the original Nevada. If anybody wants to make me an offer on it, so Lycus, it's nice, but I didn't sell it when I sold my Avata just because of the weight and the space. But anybody needs a a good a case that'll hold everything, including
Yeah, those Lycos cases are good too. I know a lot of people like them.
Nice case.
Let's see. Brad says I have started say about a 2 case on the way. Been on order 2 weeks. Oh, really? Wow. It's man. I mean, I don't know. Got it pretty quick.
Probably
I got
on
that
back
case.
order.
The case I had the other day with me. It was the FPV Toski case I bought, and I got it in, looked at it. I just didn't like the way things fit in it. And then a couple of days later, they came out with a new layout with the same case, and it was because it had it where the insert for the batteries fit under the drone, and the batteries fit in the top. And now they've made it where the insert and the batteries fit in the same place. So I sent that one back, and I got the other one coming.
Nice.
Because the new Avata 2 case is Start RC. I mean, it'll hold what I think 8 batteries. So,
Yeah, 8 batteries.
Pretty neat.
It'll hold every battery.
How long do those batteries last for the Avata?
I don't know, maybe 15, 18 minutes.
Okay.
I'd say
About 18.
I get about 15 or 16, I think, with mine, and then I usually
Didn't they say it's 22 minutes? Something like that.
I don't think you get that out of it, you know.
No.
In the win
On a manual because I don't have the stick, so you would get even less than manual, you know.
Right.
Yeah, on that river yesterday with all that wind, I had a brand new battery in it, and I got it back at 22%. And when I looked at the time, it was like 9 minutes.
Oh, really?
Because of the wind. That had to be the wind.
Were you flying in sport mode, Joe?
No, I was in normal mode.
Normal.
And I was going to flip it over, but I was able to catch them as they were coming in, so I didn't have to go that far. And it was pretty cool because every time they had the police boat out there, and then every time I went around somebody, they waved. You know, everybody was waving at it, so they were having a blast with the drone out there. And I was having a blast getting them. They had one of them, Johnny. It was all these big long cigar boats. They had one of them that I came up alongside and did a roll, right? I did the roll, and then all of a sudden I heard him hit his engines, and he took off. So I pulled over and got right behind him in his wake, and I flipped it into sport mode. I put it like this: he left me in the dust.
Wow,
you were drafted.
I mean, it was like you see me just follow him for about 2 seconds and just peeled off. You know.
So Joe, you were buzzing a police boat? Is that what you're saying?
Hey, I didn't get in trouble.
Don't buzz the police boats. That's not good.
No. I feel some
That's a
police
big
boats.
thing at Tickfall 2. I knew it was happening because somebody put up a video the night before about the one.
Yeah, I didn't even know. I went out there. I passed there the day before when I was coming back from Sam's, and I saw one of the boats sitting out there. And when I saw the boat, I noticed there was another one next to it. Mm-hmm. And then as I went across the bridge, I glanced back on the other side, and there were a couple of them sitting there. And I said, "Man, I wonder. I might have to come out here and look tomorrow." So I went out there, and they were coming in, and you ought to see them when they were hitting that river, how fast they were going.
Yeah, I just can't figure out how kids. I can't figure out how kids in their early 30s afford $500,000 boats. That's what I never could understand.
Their last name is Copeland.
Huh?
Last name is Copeland.
Oh, Copeland's? Some of the Copeland's?
Rosenbergs or Rubensteins.
I know a couple of young people down here that got them. The boats cost more than the houses, you know.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It is crazy. Plus, then you need a gas station. You need a gas station behind the boat, you know.
Yep.
Did y'all see where those kids were on a boat and they were dumping garbage into the?
Yeah, they were arrested. They got arrested.
Did they get it? Oh, good.
Yep. They need to.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
No excuse for that.
No.
Sorry.
And you know what's crazy about that? Those kids had when you were like that at their age, you probably grew up on boats, and I'm sure they never, that's one thing you learn. Hey, just keep your own trash. I mean, it ain't like it's the first time they ever took a boat out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, back in our days, we wasn't really worried as much about the environment as we are today, but we still knew not to do stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, because I know here in Louisiana, you don't have to put Popeye's chicken boxes in the garbage. They just throw them on the side of the road. Right, Joe? Hey, I don't know what the deal is. It got to be, Popeyes must pay them to like throw them out the windows because
Advertisement.
Yeah.
It's free advertisement.
It's kind of easy,
It's a billboard.
That's the most weird. You see that the most of anything out on the streets,
Mm-hmm.
So, Hot Rod, what you building? I know you got to be building a new drone. You ain't built a drone in a couple weeks.
No, I haven't gotten. There's nothing. I'm not sure what's going on with the binding flies right now. There's not really been a lot of new ones sort of coming out. Newbie Drone has had a couple of them. The Savage Bee and Stinger Bee that are 03 binding flies. But haven't really seen a lot of other things right at the moment. And I don't know whether remote ID is finally catching up to those guys, and because none of them have put remote ID modules on. Not that I care, because I have the Holy Stone that I can attach to the battery. So I'm not sure what's going on right now with the FPV binding fly guys at the moment.
And Ray, what about the? I know Christina. I know you announced the hotels, but they haven't released.
No, we can't book them yet. I'm gonna call it Tuesday. If she don't get back to me tomorrow, I'm gonna call her again Tuesday.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Good news. Same rate. 4 years in a row.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
$139 for a room, $149 for a suite.
Yeah.
That's John Carroll, he likes to be number one to book it. So he keeps every 3 or 4 days. He says, "Can we book it yet? Can we book it?"
That's funny.
No, it's a great rate. That's for sure.
I mean, it's like high season too down there. I mean, that's a tremendous deal.
I flew by myself yesterday, Johnny.
Yeah,
I think I sent you a couple of the pictures.
Yeah, you had a good time.
Found the osprey nest again.
Yeah, you did. Great pictures.
And I was filming the mama sitting on the egg, and just as I was getting ready to change the angle of the camera, the male came in, zoom, landed right on the nest. So that was good, but I haven't had a chance to review it yet. And I had the video running at the time.
Pretty neat.
Well, I'm glad it didn't go after the drone.
No, I was zooming. I was using the zoom on the Mavic 3. I don't like to harass.
A few weeks ago, I was flying at Mandeville Harbor, and there was a bald eagle sitting in a tree. And
bald eagle.
I had to get a little brave. So I was about maybe 70 feet from him, and I started hovering. And I had I was getting a good picture of him, and I said, let me get a little closer, get a better picture. So he's sitting there just looking around like this and minding his own business. And I get about 50 feet from him, and he changed like y'all right here, or the drone he went.
Hey, Ray, these rates, look, Rick Williamson says, thank you. That's a rate, but that's not if you're
from North Carolina, right?
Yeah, and that's not for the shithead rate. The shithead rate's a little higher. So Rick, just saying.
Yeah. It was. I should have brought that back with me, but I left it in Florida. Yeah.
Layla said, what extras do you get with the suite? That's a
little bigger room. It's a king bed, and you got a pull-out couch. Has a sofa bed in the couch.
Yeah.
And massage every night, right?
That would be nice. Yeah.
Depends on who you're rooming with.
That depends on.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Johnny ended up giving me a massage that one night at Spin Up, but I was supposed to keep that quiet.
But Captain Ray, when he looked at me like that, it was like, I dare you to get any closer. Like that.
Oh yeah, I know. He'd go right after that drone.
He actually, and I was still coming towards him, and he ruffled his feathers a little bit, and I said, okay, I'll stop. So I stopped, and when he did that, so I backed off, and I came over to do a drone at the end of the thing. As soon as I started to go back in the air, he came off the branch, and he got about 100 feet above me. and started squawking. And he was squawking, and I had never heard an eagle squawk before. And I was watching him more. And you could see me looking up at him, and all of a sudden, like a bullet, another one come flying in.
Oh, another one.
So he was calling for reinforcements. He was like the police, you know.
Yeah. Well, they got some wingspan. How big was the wingspan? 6, 8 feet?
I'm telling you, it had to be 6, 7, 8 feet. That's how big it was.
Yeah.
That's like that hawk that got my drone that time. All I saw in the goggles was freaking claws.
Claws. Really?
That's what I saw in my goggles.
Fly away with it? Or just
no, he tagged the drone though. You could see in the video the drone did that. So he got the good news for both him and the drone. He went after the battery, and he wasn't able to sort of sink his claws into the battery, but he hit it hard enough that it definitely caused the drone to shift a little.
Just show him your fingers, Rod. That what happens if he would have got it? You know. It's like
yeah, exactly. And that was the good news. He flew away. It look like he had gotten in the props. Didn't look like he'd gotten into the props or anything like that. So it was kind of an okay encounter. Both sides, no side harmed.
Brad, it's a great hotel, Brad. Not just a hotel; it's a great hotel.
Oh yeah. So this is at
Brad standards, but it's pretty nice.
Yeah, this is that spot that I was trying to fly my Avata in and couldn't take off. It's a new construction, and from the road, I could tell that this pond that they dug was deep.
Yeah,
Joe's seen this video before. This thing's like 30 plus feet deep that they dug in this freaking neighborhood. That's what I was trying to get my drone up to see. It was like, holy crap, that looks like a big hole in the ground. Yeah, it's a big hole in the ground.
Yeah, it's gonna be deep.
Yeah, it's a deep one. I'm sure it's part of their drainage system. So I'm sure they'll lay a drain.
It's going to be a development, right?
Yeah, it's a development on the east side of 95 from me.
Yeah.
Warren, welcome in. Akaracio, Jim.
Let me see if I can find
Warren. Warren is in there.
Warren is in here.
All right. Good morning.
Yeah, that guy yesterday, Casey, said he got out there early because he knew about it. And he was flying around, and he said he saw a log out in the middle of the river. And he said so he went over to look to see what it was, and it was an alligator floating in the river.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, Johnny, you know what's coming, right? The excavators are there. You know what's coming, right?
You got to. You have to.
Uncle Bill, no.
Oh, there it is. Nice.
Through the excavators, of course. That was the other. So that's why
those things just look so cool sitting there. You almost got to go through them. You know,
you just got to go through it.
Hey, right. You're getting good, man. You're getting good.
That's my Baby Hawk. The Baby Hawk's easy to fly around. So. Anyway.
Hey, Johnny, they got a business right here in Covington, about 3 miles from it, that has little smaller excavators.
Yeah.
Out front, they've got about 10 of them. Think we could get through all of them at once?
No, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
With that whole
I'll try with your Avata too. That's fine. Yeah.
Oh, no. We'll do it with the Mavic 3. What are you talking about?
The interesting part is if you wear the goggles, you could do something like that with the Mavic 3 or the Air 3. You'd be surprised how much closer you can get just because you can bloody see.
Well, I'll ask Johnny. Johnny peer pressured me into something with the Mavic 3 one time on a riverfront going between a rail. And I did. And Johnny said his heart skipped a beat.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we went through the little rail that I mean, it wasn't. We kind of landed.
Me.
We were looking. I was watching. I mean, I would have jumped in and saved the drone. Absolutely.
Hey, Joe, come on, you can fly through this, and I did.
Yeah. It sounds like when Ken did that to me and said, "Hey, I bet you could do an inverted yaw spin. I bet you could do it." Yeah, I did the inverted yaw spin. All right, I managed to pull it off, but Jesus.
Yeah, the goggles. I know. I tell you what. I know. I flew with the Air 3 with the goggles. Man, it's a great experience flying with those goggles, especially with the sticks. I mean, but I just feel like when you put that motion control in your hand, you fly different. And
Oh yeah.
I don't want to crash my Air 3 just trying to fly through something I shouldn't be. So
I'm telling you, do that and turn head tracking on, because you can only do the head tracking with the motion controller. The head tracking with the bigger drones actually works freaking really well.
I'd have to be laying down on the ground flat, because otherwise I'd fall. I'd fall out of a chair if I did head tracking. I'm pretty sure.
But,
My problem is I would look away and it'd crash.
Yeah.
No, it won't crash. It won't. It's still going wherever your controller is going. So,
John, by the way, I've been thinking, and I know that if you started your own live stream and you had Colleen as a co-host, you could call it the John and Colleen Show.
No, it would be the Colleen and
Colleen and John
that
Show.
other guy, or that schmuck.
It would go viral too. You're very popular.
I tell you what, I have a better chance of getting Colleen to fly a drone than I do having her do a live stream with me. That's for sure. She's too busy.
yeah, hey Ray, when you get Cheryl at the meetup, that's
yeah, right. I'm marking. You never know. Maybe next year. You never know.
We're gonna put Cheryl. We're gonna put Cheryl to work next year. She's gonna be there. She's gonna be there checking people in. We're gonna make her. We're gonna.
That's
put
what
her.
happened. I ran those fishing tournaments, and she came.
She did that.
Says, that's all she did was work at them. So she ain't getting involved with this. That's for sure.
Well, it takes a little work.
So Johnny, I guess Captain Joe's trying to say you're the instigator.
I don't know. We try to, we try
you
to.
guys have fun flying. You do.
Try to do a few things. I mean, the time before, we would just test it out. Did Nevada. We did the wireless transfer. We did the wireless. We tried the Air 3. I tried to fly the Air 3 and Nevada 2 at the same time with the same controller. Found out that didn't
work.
You have to land one of them first. Let's see what else. We had a lot going on that day. We had pieces and parts of drones. I'm asking Joe, is this your controller? Is this my controller? Joe's video at let's see, 30. What is this? 308 mark. Subject is moving towards drone. Is that the one? Is that yours, Joe? He's talking about.
I don't know which one it is.
Joe puts up a couple
video
videos.
that is, but it's probably, I don't know.
Joe has a channel.
Yeah. Hey Johnny, I put out 33 videos last month.
You put out a lot, Captain Joe. You put out a lot of videos.
I need to back off a little bit because I got to get my other work done.
Let's see here. Let's see. LA, just a StreamYard, present, share screen, Facebook. Oh no, this one.
Hey Ronnie, good morning. How you doing, Ronnie?
Yeah,
that's when he took off. He just left me. I had no choice.
Did you get some Mavic 3 shots?
Yeah, at the what you call it, at the riverfront later.
The interesting part is the Mavic 3 probably could have done a much better job of keeping up with him at 47 miles an hour.
Oh, I guarantee you, I could have kept up with him.
Yeah, somebody. They go all the way to the Chickasaw River.
How many stops? Do you know how many stops they had at that poker run?
I couldn't tell you.
I think it's 5.
5 usually. Yeah, for a 5-card poker hand, right?
Well, I think they actually had 6, and one of them did,
This is what he must be talking about right here.
Should have did more fish to go right through.
Now watch this flag on this.
Who was it? What kind of flag was that?
I know. And when I saw the two women on the front, I said, "Oh, wait, let me go back."
Joe's
Why?
gonna crash.
Now watch this.
Some nice flying, Captain
Yeah.
Joe.
It's like fun.
And that wind, like I said, that wind was kicking at about it was a good 18 miles an hour.
Yeah, you can tell from the water it was not calm.
Any of you guys members of the AMA?
American Medical Association? No.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
I used to
what it's
be.
good for.
But I didn't.
Academy of Model Aeronautics. But you get insurance when you're a member. They give you a liability insurance.
That might be a good deal. How much that cost?
$25 a year. No, a little more than that. I'm sorry. 75 for 2 years, I think.
What kind of insurance you get? Liability? How much?
25,000, I think.
Well, shoot, the insurance that I pay for runs me $40 a month for $500,000. I'm willing to change.
How do you get that insurance, Captain Joe?
Sky something.
Sky
AI or something like that.
Yeah, but I think
Sky
Ray,
something.
on that insurance, you have to your insurance. It's secondary insurance. Whatever you have first covers, and then that comes in.
Right. Yes.
So even if you have an umbrella type policy, I think that and I guess I don't know if your umbrella would cover your drone or not. That's a question for the insurance agent, I guess.
Well, State Farm has something going on too on their insurance.
That's not liability, though.
No, it just covers the
It's
drone.
drone
I think.
replacement.
Just
Yeah.
covers the drone.
Yeah.
It's like a personal articles.
Ronnie says he's a member of the Zipper Club. What is the Zipper Club?
I'm afraid to ask.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm staying away from that one.
Insurance is killing me. $440 a month.
What kind of insurance is that, Randy?
Must be for his car and house and stuff, I guess.
Yeah, probably.
House.
Skywatch AI, is that what it's called?
Oh yeah, right. I remember him telling me about that. But they
Open heart surgery.
repaired it, right, Ronnie? You're good to go now, right?
Let's see. State Farm got me a new drone after the soft. Okay. Yeah.
That's great. State Farm came through for Steve.
And Steve's getting a new mini SE 4K too, he said in the chat. So that'll be exciting.
And I think John Carroll gave him a drone too, if I remember right, at the meetup.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
That was nice.
John, you been flying the Sim any? John Flynn?
I got in it for about a half hour last week.
Yeah, we need to maybe get in there tonight. I don't know. See if
Yeah, we should do that. I was rusty. I'll tell you that much.
I haven't flown. Maybe tonight. See if Mr. Leone wants to get in there.
Yeah, I was rusty.
Now, what do you guys like? Have competitions in there, or how does that work?
Just fly around, watch each other fly.
Each other. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's part of what made me so much better, faster. Well, I spent tons of time in the sim, but I spent a lot of time flying with Maddie and Ken, and just like you two, Johnny and Joe. You know how it is flying together. You sort of end up challenging each other to do this and that and the other thing, and it just helps you get better faster in doing it. Because when you're learning FPV, if you learn FPV sort of by yourself out in the middle of nowhere, nobody's there sort of to push you to that next level kind of thing, do the next trick, do the next this, that, or whatever it may be. So sort of learning with some other folks really sort of helps push that forward for you.
Yeah, I think for me, I had to learn outside. I couldn't learn it on a sim, but now I can probably fly better in a sim than I can outside. So, but I mean, that flip flopped only because I could take off from the outside. I could not learn on a sim though.
But you had your son-in-law though, right? So you were flying with your son-in-law.
Yeah, I mean, but my original Avata, I mean, I probably that one Sunday, I probably tried to take off 200 times from my driveway, and Matt kept telling me, "You're giving it too much sticks," and I said, "I'm not. I'm like, but I was because
It's a fine
get
line.
them sticks. I'll tell you what, you're not gonna take off, But it's fun, but it is definitely a learning curve.
Right. I'm hoping that the RC2 will be compatible soon with the Avata 2, like they have been rumored. So we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely feel like it would because I think once they gave those drones to like NERC and Boardwell and all them, they're trying to sell air units. I think that's a big thing. If they sell 03 and 04 air units, and then they're trying to sell goggles. I mean, because somebody else was in the chat just talking about picking up a pair of goggles. And hey, if they sell goggles and air units, they don't have to sell, drones. So
Yeah, there is no Air Force 04 air
Right.
unit yet
so
at all. The team that did the Avata, that was their next project, was
That's
to
gonna be,
create an 04.
because the other day I went to, like, I'm sitting here, I said, I think it's last Sunday or so, I wanted to fly my home build FPV, and like I'm charging a battery, then I realized, I sent my Integra goggles to Mela, so I didn't have, but although my son-in-law has some, but
Yeah, Randy's got a point there. That Nazgul, when I first started flying that 5-inch Nazgul, I'll just say I had a really healthy respect for that drone because that thing, lots of power.
Johnny, do you think the Avata 2's got more power?
What? Who you
The
asking?
Avata 2, do you think it has more power than the Avata 1?
I think it does. I think it does. When I fly it, if it's windy at all, Joe, if I fly it in sport mode, there's definitely a difference. I mean, I still get the wind warnings, but I think it flies better in the
In
wind.
sport mode,
in
it
sport mode.
does. It handles
Yeah.
a lot better.
Yeah.
The wind, it'll handle the wind better than normal mode.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But is that from power in the motors, or is that just the redesign of the drone helping you?
Probably
a
both.
bit of both.
Yeah,
I'm
I think
sure.
it's probably both. Yep. Otherwise, they wouldn't have, redesigned it.
Excuse me.
Joe Fodolio
It
motors
might
on
be
it.
the fact that it's just lighter too.
Yeah, that could be.
yeah, I mean, I know a bunch of people yelling for a mini Avata, but I don't really know what. To me, that would be really counterproductive. You wouldn't be able to fly at all unless you just want to fly inside.
Indoors, right?
Just pick you up
Right.
one little Potenzix for $20 and have fun,
Yep.
And I've said this a couple of times in my learning through the FPV. My first FPV drone was a Cinewoop, and 6 months later, I'll just tell you, I hate Cinewoop FPVs. I do not like, and I got a couple of them, and I never fly them. And the problem is, if there's any bit of wind at all, I'm spending too much time sort of fighting against the wind and flying against the wind instead of enjoying the flight.
Yeah.
And it's freaking annoying. So I'd much rather have the Baby Hawk, which is a 3.5-inch open prop, sub 250. I'd much rather have that thing that handles through the wind way better than the Cinewoop.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even the original Avata, when you was flying, in a windy day and it's just tilted and you're kind of fighting the wind, it's really not a fun experience to me.
No, it's not a fun experience.
It doesn't look good on a video. It doesn't. I mean, you kind of always like being more cautious. You end up flying higher because, I mean, you really, if you're shooting the gaps, I mean, that's probably a disaster waiting to happen. So,
and that's not to say that they're not fun and that you can't have fun with them. It's just more limiting, I guess, is the way to probably put it. If you fly indoors, sure, Cinewhoops all day long. 100%.
Now, Avata 2 indoors is pretty damn steady. I tell you that. You know, if you just put it up in your house and try to even go through the rooms, I mean, it's spot on.
I think that's what's causing the bobbing is those sensors.
Yeah.
The people that are complaining about it is when it's in GPS mode outside, and I really think it's the GPS fighting with those sensors that they put in to deal with indoors.
Right.
So, I mean, you could see it in the goggle videos. It does a little a little jerkiness to
Unlimited
it.
Vertigo, welcome in. Lance, let's see.
How you doing, John?
For the first time, I've noticed. I've started paying attention to it.
I heard
You only see it in the goggles. They'll fix it. You know, it's just a tuning thing. It's fine.
Yeah.
So
Ray, are you thinking still about getting up out of 2, or are you kind of just waiting, hanging tight?
No, I got this one instead.
What is that?
It's a Holy Stone. Brian Singletary gave me this.
Actually, Ray, I got an interesting idea for you.
Uh-oh.
That's a little different. Not quite Avata.
Okay.
But there'll be a lot of Integra goggles out there, and get yourself a motion controller too, and fly your Mavic 3 with the goggles.
Oh yeah.
Don't worry about the Avata.
Yeah,
don't worry about doing it with Avata, but fly that Mavic 3 with the goggles.
Yeah.
You'll find that it's a really interesting experience.
I don't even like flying it in FPV mode. You know. Nope.
And you
I
can
tried that a
fly
couple
with the
times.
sticks if you want to.
Yeah.
The trick is with the Mavic 3 is you take off with the sticks and then turn the goggles on, and you'll get the video feed. So you
Okay.
can literally fly with the sticks and the goggles.
And Randy is saying, Randy, are you saying in manual mode it doesn't feel any difference? I haven't flown the Avata 2 in manual mode. I wouldn't know. He says it feels about
I
the same.
will never know.
Huh?
Yeah,
I will
Joe.
never know.
Joe's secretly working on it in manual
Yeah, I'm
mode.
waiting. I'm
no.
waiting for him to show up there one day and fly a manual.
He'll be zipping around there one of these days.
Never
We'll see a
happened.
video.
He's very secret. You
Easy
know,
acro for me.
let me tell you, every time we go flying, look, he beats me there, and he's already flown before I get there. So it's kind of like, you know, I don't
I
know.
want to see somebody take that Avata 2, go to the short beach, and try to get it to hover just offshore with the waves going underneath, and see whether that stupid thing will stay in the air and stay steady hovering. The Avata 1, that thing just that's how I lost one,
That's
because
what I
it
was
literally
gonna say,
dropped
yeah.
18 feet that time on me.
Yeah.
That
Johnny,
thing
we'll
would
go to the
not
lighthouse.
hover.
I'll borrow yours and try it.
No, it's got to be the ocean. It's got to be the ocean with the waves. I don't know whether it just doesn't trust the GPS and ignores the GPS, whether it's kind of a software thing. But yeah,
Well,
I
hovering,
learned
I can
in filming
understand.
the surfers to keep that drone moving, because if I tried to hover, that thing did not do good.
Yeah, Randy, in sports mode the other day, I don't know what they show top speed, but I think I had that thing up to like 36.7 or something like that.
It's fast. It's faster. Both modes are fast.
Yeah.
So it's like 19 in normal and 35 in sports. So it's like 5 mile an hour faster on the
I
top
don't know,
end
is it
than the one.
posted on a website or is it just 30 miles an hour?
Not
There you
sure.
go, ride red, white, and blue.
There you go.
That's cool.
Pretty sharp.
Nice,
That's sharp.
nice bumper guards.
That's PLA though. So
You made them yourself, Captain Joe?
Yes, sir.
You know what would be
Very
really
nice.
cool with that, Captain Joe? LEDs
What?
in red, white, and blue.
yeah, Tony,
Wow.
you got to get Tony.
That would be real. That would be a really cool setup. You know, Fotolia got those LEDs for his Avata 1.
This
And
is
it has
this is
it
real
comes with its
cool
own
setup.
battery. Yeah.
You can fly it like this. Fly
You know,
with
there
my
were
duck
lots
on
of
top.
ducks in my neighborhood about a week ago because they had Jeep Beach here. So
Joe, I got to hear. This is it.
Yeah, Johnny will tell you I fly it with the duck every once in a while. I put the
You
duck
made
on.
that, Johnny.
Yeah.
That's
It's
pretty
big.
cool.
It's big.
Yeah, look, Captain Ray.
It's a big version.
I got the
Oh,
duck
yeah.
as Velcroed on the top.
Oh yeah, nice.
Joe, duck, yeah. Yeah, there's been a bunch of new files come out for the bumpers. So they actually have one. I don't know, the one like that one in the TPU doesn't really. It's not very tight, so I don't know. There'll
I
be
got one to send you.
Oh,
I
you
got that one on Colts. I paid $4.99 for it.
How's it
I might have
print?
to send it to you.
It prints pretty good.
I don't know yet. I wanted to do it in TPU. I'm gonna send it to you
Oh, okay.
because
Yeah,
it's got the grips. It looks a little better.
I'll bring you a roll of TPU because that crap's a pain in the ass to print with.
I'm surprised there aren't more LED lights for the thing. One of the things I like about having LED lights on my FPVs, of course, the FPVs are noisy and tend to make people a little nervous anyways, but I've told Batty and some other people this. By putting LEDs on the drone, the people in the area can see that drone up in the air. It
Right.
makes them a hell of a lot less nervous about the drone because they can see it and know, oh, that thing's not coming right at me, kind of thing. So it helps them be situationally aware with the drone in the air and just makes them a little more comfortable because they know where that thing is in the air.
I've got
They are
green
scary.
Yeah, if you don't mess with drones, if you have nothing to do with drones and you hear this thing flying around in the air, it can make you a little like, okay, what's where kind of thing. So by putting
especially
lights
a
on
Model
them,
1 and how noisy
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
so
I mean,
by
I've
having
got-
the lights on it so that they can sort of track it and keep track of it, it just makes them a lot less nervous about that thing being up in the air around them.
I think the Avata 2, the sound is so different that it's. I mean, you really wouldn't know it in a normal. Like I know Joe the day we flew at the soccer field. I mean, we're just right off to the left, just 100 feet or so away, a couple 100 feet away, not even a couple hundred. But I mean, it's and because Joe actually put up the Avata 1, man, and the sound difference is amazing.
Yep.
So Randy says the Rebel. Let's see, he's bad. He's not going to wear no. I mean, he's not going to. No protection. He says. Well, he needs some more kids. Is what he's young.
Yeah, that's right. He's young.
No, it's a fun drone, and hey, what's coming next?
Yeah, there you go. The LED lights, exactly.
They're cool. They are. They're really cool.
And like I
gotta
said, you're
get
a lot
new
less
battery
likely to
holder.
get Karen. You're a lot less likely to get Karens because they know where the drone is, so they don't get nearly as nervous.
Let's see, Lance, what has he said? I would like a sound of about 2 in the month. Much better than. Yeah. I just got a carbon fiber and carbon for bumper
Nice.
for my Avata 1. Okay.
Yeah, Johnny, that one needs support. You got to flip it the way it's, instead of being the way it's on there, it's got to go upside down. You got to put the organic support, so beware a little clip prints.
Oh, really?
That one's going to be fun to print.
Yeah, I'll let you print them for me. That sounds like too much problem right there.
Yeah, it sounds like it could be a problem. So
That's like an hour print. You come back and you got a pile of filament. I don't want to. Yeah.
you'll have an hour print without a clip.
Let's see. I just got the carbon fiber bumper going. Let's see. God, no more kids. Randy says.
It's all about the kids, Randy. All about the kids.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Randy, if you have some more kids, I'll donate you some T-shirts. The Fly for Fun. They can wear the Fly for Fun show T-shirts. No.
And you gotta let your kids fly those drones too, Randy. You can't fly them all. So, I mean,
Yeah, we're giving away. I got a Fly for Fun show shirt for a young lady or a young man. This Wednesday night, we'll give away a youth T-shirt. So yeah.
Nice.
So
You got to send me some stickers for my coffee cup.
you got it. I'll send them. I know it's like Brad's in the chat. I know Brad. I needed. Well, I actually lost some of Brad's stickers. I'm not gonna sit here and say I I don't know what I did with them, but anyway, I know I need some more Brad stickers. So got a nice sticker pack, and we'll give away a T-shirt.
Isn't that the one you said every place you stopped, you were sticking them on the way back?
Well, yeah, I put them on all the stop signs in Hammond. So, Brad, if you get a call, hey, like that Joe, there's a little skate company here called Small Time Skates. When they first opened up, of course, they've been open like 15, 20 years. Every stop sign in Hammond had Small Time Skates on it. The police department even I know the little guy. He said, well, I didn't do it, but I guess some of my people did or whatever, So,
Really?
I would like to and the sound of I just got a call, man.
I don't know where I grew up. All the stop signs have bullet holes in them. So
it says it's funny because Lainey, my granddaughter, was a couple of years ago. Well, she even came to Lighthouse with us, and man, she went right out there and all. But right now, she's more interested in the phone and stuff like that. So
Boys, right?
Yeah,
Boys.
Yeah. That word too. Yeah, but it's they take to flying pretty easy. Actually, Lainey did some FPV. Yeah, Brad, you need to send. I know I didn't get none, Brad, from you. I forgot. So we still do the sticker packs. The sticker packs are fun, especially you got all new cases coming out all the time. So hey, you need to. I know I sent Mela my case for the Avata, and I sent it. I just left all this,
It's ready to go.
Send her some stickers too, so she can decorate it up. They show no interest. Yeah, nobody, man. So nobody flew this morning. Did Charlie fly?
Oh no.
Charlie?
I feel bad. I don't feel so bad.
Yeah, I went. Yeah, Chris messaged me very early. Minefield. There you go. Oh, that's
It's a nice case.
the news guy,
Jeff Seals.
Jeff. Yeah.
Was he the one that tried to get in your live stream last week? Maybe that was him.
That was Jeff?
I don't know. Maybe it was. Let's start a rumor.
Yeah, let's start a rumor going on.
Oh, geez, that's funny.
No, Bo Short and Bill Renane, they clipped it, of course. So yeah, they
Brad, send me a
looking out
sticker.
for you.
yeah. Well,
I didn't recognize him.
Could have been worse, Johnny.
I don't know.
Not much.
We went down a rabbit hole, as they say. So
It wasn't a rabbit hole, believe me.
nah, hey, and it was funny. It's your own fault. I hate to say it because you see who pops in back here, but I just, hey, it's 7:30 in the morning, 7 o'clock in the morning. I just
I mean, you. I don't know. It doesn't seem like that'd be something you should have to worry about, but
No.
unfortunately, it is.
Yeah, well, I had to go in and edit it and bleep it out, But I never did get any kind of warning or anything, and it actually.
Yeah, I was trying to find it. I couldn't find it.
I didn't do it till I didn't fix it till like maybe Tuesday or Wednesday because I don't know. I figured they might just take the stream down, but maybe it went past them,
Yeah.
the interesting part with all this AI stuff, you kind of wonder why StreamYards couldn't put an AI in to deal with that type of video to prevent that from coming through.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's the minute I clicked it on, he had his face, or sitting there, and then it was all I'm sure it's a real low recorded loop, that the minute he hits it, So, all he does, I guess, if he does that to 100 streams and 2 of them click it on, I don't.
Yeah, I yelled out, "Don't look, Ethel," but it was too late.
Yeah.
Ronnie's still scared.
Huh?
Ronnie's still scared. His vision's still blurry.
And we saw the dark side of the moon.
Yeah. Well, hey. It's crazy. Mill City Sky.
Hey, what's happening, Will? How you doing?
Mr. Will. Brad. Let's see. I will do that, Mela. Let's see. What is Angel last time? That jerk reported your stream. That's why I got taken out. last time that jerk reported your stream, that's why I got taken down, John. I don't know what that means. No, I didn't get taken down. I mean,
There it is, right here.
I don't know. I just went in and deleted, looked at the exact moment and took out them. It was only about 10 seconds or whatever it was. So.
Well, I'm thinking about starting a live stream. I played around with StreamYard last night and Brad clocked in last night too, but I'm
really?
thinking
I
about
didn't get
calling
notified.
Well, I'm thinking about calling it the Chat Show.
Oh, okay, cool.
You think that'll work?
It's going to be about drones?
Whatever.
Yeah.
Hey, Johnny, I'm going to try to use that Samsung card that we all bought.
Oh, I use it on my Air 3. That's what's in my Air 3.
I had it in my GoPro, so I'm going to see how the photos came out from the GoPro.
Is that blue one, the Pro, the Samsung Pro? Yeah, those cards work great.
I mean,
I've got several of them.
Marcus, for some reason, has a problem with it on his Mavic 3, but I didn't have any problem whatsoever.
Yeah. You know, Ray, that's the same card. That's the same card I donated for the
that was the same card? I forget.
Yeah. Those are fantastic cards. I use them all the time.
Yeah.
Everybody's got their cards out.
It was 128, right?
That's that photo from this morning came off this card, so which is my Mavic 3 card.
Yeah, that's my Mavic.
So, and I have the 3 Pro like Marcus, so that card works great.
Yeah, I've never
Tell them to format it off the maybe reformat it off the actual drone itself.
I don't think I've ever reformatted them. I pulled them out of the package, stuck them in the drone, and they just work.
Yeah,
I just keep on going.
Format them on a computer here on my MacBook. So I've never had a problem. I know, like I said, Marcus had a problem with that cord in the Mavic 3, I think it was, or maybe the Mavic 3 Pro.
I think it was the Air. Wasn't it the Air 3? He had problems with it?
Could have been the Air 3 because I have the same. I've never changed from the Air 3 whatsoever, and that's the first cord and only cord ever been in there. So.
And the funny thing about those cards is every once in a while there'll be a bad one in a batch kind of thing. It does micro cards like that. It just happens. Yep. Even from the really good manufacturers, it could just happen.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
Yeah, you know, I know that's you got a $2,000 drone and you worry about just get a decent card. But hey, I know I always use this at Extreme, and those things work really great, and they're not very.
It could have been the card that was on the outside of the pack of the package that got scanned, and the scanner mucked with that card because it was on the outside of the. It was the one on the side of the box, inside the box that took the scan or something like that. So all kinds of weird things can happen.
Now I'm going on to order V60. Remember, called future proofing to some degree.
The 60s are expensive.
Yeah. They'll come down.
Yeah,
they want a good penny for those.
I always keep an eye on Amazon. Just check. You believe it or not, I mean, they change daily, and sometimes you catch them on sale. And of course, around Christmas time, Black Friday, you always get them. So,
I bet Captain Joe's going to buy a Canon R1, aren't you?
No,
not going to buy a Canon R1.
As long as my cameras get me what I need for making money, I'm good.
I don't even know what kind of Canon I have here. There it is, right here. Canon.
As much as people complain about the expense of a drone, holy cow! The top end on the consumer cameras are $5,000 to $7,000. The middle range R5s and Sony A4 and is $4,000, and that's without a lens. Just for the freaking body of the camera.
Yeah, 2 years ago, I said, well, I'm going to upgrade all my cameras, and I'm going to go to Sony or I'm going to go to somebody else. And I looked at the Nikon cameras at the time. I said, okay, let's go ahead and put them in the cart and see what it's going to cost. and I did all of that. And then I looked at it and said, you know what? Mine are perfect. I don't want to spend the money. Now, 7 drones later, I spent the money on drones instead of cameras. But I put the latest and greatest cameras in Adorama the other day, just to get a feel on what I would need for what I do. And when I finished everything, it was like $62,000.
Holy shit.
Really?
And I said, well, my cameras are good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got the Nikon Z50. Just the body alone was $1,000.
Wait, the Z9,
Joe,
$7,000 for the body.
Joe, don't get
Yeah.
that. Just get a boat so we can go flying off the boat.
That was overpriced. Joe.
There you
That
go,
thing-
Johnny.
I like
That
the way you
Z9
think,
is
Johnny.
5,500 to list.
I got a canoe, Johnny. Will that work?
No, not around there. Not where we go.
Get a kayak.
They had
No
some
wonder.
nice. The other day we shot a nice pontoon. I mean, look, man, that thing was huge.
The one to have right now, I would say, Joe, would be the Z8, because the Z8 is $4,000 and it has the sensor from the Z9. It's effectively the same camera. They just
Yeah,
hobbled a few.
that would be
They
good.
hobbled a couple of things from it, but man, is that one hell of a camera. That Z8, that Nikon
Yep.
Z8 for the price.
That's not bad.
Not
And
bad.
it's stacked and everything else.
All right, guys, I think I'm gonna go ahead and end this. We've been on an hour and a half. I didn't got on there. Ray, who you got on the show? Who you got Thursday?
John Gregory, the Connecticut Pirate.
Hey, cool. And then see Wednesday night we
Sir.
have Steven Sutton, the flyby guy.
Yeah, he's good.
Catch up with Steven's been a couple.
Drone Show King.
Yeah, we haven't had Steven on in a while, and then probably the next week, 2 weeks after that, probably just do a bunch of videos. I did talk to Billy. Billy may try to pop on, but that's 2 weeks. That'll be May 22nd. But if not, we'll just show show a bunch of videos, and that's what the show's about. I know people love to show the videos, so we'll probably do that for almost a whole hour. And then I don't know, Drone Nation tomorrow night. I'm not sure what Ron has. Guy, he told me yesterday. Forgot who he told me he has on. I think he's got Coopy, maybe John Coopy.
Yeah, Coopy and Patrick Sutton, I think, are going to be on.
Okay.
We'll catch up with Coopy. His I know especially the goggles thing was kind of big for him. All right, guys. Well, thank everybody. Have a great
good day, everybody.
Have a great
Y'all
day.
have a great day.
Fly if you can.
See you next Sunday.
Oh, yeah. Most definitely.